Dear Proxy, welcome to New Eridu. We've prepared a series of supply drops for you to springboard your Proxy career. Once version 1.0 is released, Proxies can obtain at most Master Tape, which are standard banner pulls, 70 of them bitches, Encrypted Master Tape, 20 of them bitches, Polychrome, which makes it 80 because this is 90, and to make it 100, Polychrome, 10 pull basically, and Boopons, 80. I'm not sure if Boopons are going to be weapon banner. Total premium pulls, 150. Total standard pulls, 129. This is by playing the game, okay? If you are to add the new free shit, it makes it 70 plus 129 for standard equals 199. If you add one or more from your polychromes, you can make it a nice round 200, but you don't technically need that because that's already giving you, basically is giving you 2 free 5 stars from the standard banner. And the premium pulls, you get to have 150 from the game, and then you get basically 30, because who the fuck is going to use their polychromes elsewhere than the limited banner, 30 from the drops, which means you are at a whopping 180 premium pulls, meaning you can guarantee whatever limited banner character you want, / you might be able to get 2 of those things. Basically, you started the game with 4 5-star characters. 4. Complete CN guide to ZZZ's combat, gacha progression, and game modes. Let's get a bit of information on this and go from there.
Video, and yes, this is quite a special one because the game is launching in just a couple of days, and our CM bros have been going ham. I mean, just look at the amount of text written here. It's
Holy
like
essays.
Don't worry, I have got you covered. That's right, I've taken 2 of the most popular CN guides and I'll present them to you in this video. This is going to cover everything from the combat system, character progressions, the gacha system, and various quality of life improvements not seen in other hoyoverse games. This is truly unique to ZZZ, and of course,
let's see.
Happy to present this to you guys with the various game modes that we'll have at release. Now, without further ado, this is everything you need to know about Zenless Zone Zero for the game's launch.
Let's go.
Let's get started.
Yes.
With the combat of the game, and this is what's gonna make or break the game for you. And ZZZ is quite unique in the sense that if
bro,
you
the bear looks so heavy.
Buttons. Your left click is a basic attack, followed by right click to dash, E for B or special skills, spacebar to swap and Q for your ultimate.
The swap is the spacebar? Wait, I can't jump? No. Chat? Jump button where? Some characters have moves that put them in the air, but no! I mean, in Honkai Impact, you jump. If I remember, in Honkai Impact 3rd, you can't jump. You can't jump on PGR. What? What's up with these combat games? What do they have against jumping? Genshin can jump. Why? It's trash jumping. It doesn't do shit. Okay, this is jumping. See that? It's a double jump. Dynamic. I can dodge attacks, right? It feels good. Then I can drop with a plunging attack. In Genshin, if you jump, you don't get plunging attacks because you need Xian Yun to be able to do that. What a missed opportunity. Jumping requires a lot more new aerial moves. So usually if there are characters that jump, that probably will come in a few years. That's how it was with Honkai Impact, I think. What a missed opportunity. I think it should have allowed double jumping and plunging attacks to avoid attacks, etc. What a missed opportunity. That's kind of an L in my opinion.
ZZZ is unique in the sense that you use a decibel system on the top left of the screen, and this is your ultimate bar gauge basically. Once it's full at 3000, your Q will flash up and you can use the ultimate attack from your team, but it's the...
So that's the energy system? So unless I do a combo, I can't ult? I can't save ults or something?
Character that you are using, that's right, you oftentimes will be using this on your main damage dealer, and once the main damage dealer casts the ultimate, then you go back into recollecting the decibel points. It's not like other games where each character will be able to use their own ultimate when their own ultimate gauge fills up. That is not the case here in ZZZ.
Why make it so complicated? Am I nuts? Okay, so basically what I'm supposed to understand here is you do the combo, right? You keep generating points
on your main damage dealer,
right? And the last character that's going to be on field that's going to have 3000 points is the one that gets to ult. So each time you get to choose who you ult with, and not everybody gets their ult. When you reach 30,000, you can decide which character you want for ults. Yeah, exactly. But you can't loop ults. Say, for example, in Withering Waves, I can go Mortefi ult, and then I can switch to Verena ult, then I can go GNC ult. 3 ults simultaneously just by switching around because they all have their own energy, right? I guess you can't do that here. Yeah, you go back to 0 after 1 ult. Yeah, basically you have to think more on how you and who ults. Yeah, exactly. That looks like one L after another L. I would say it's just that we're not used to it. I think it's just a matter of getting used to it and see if you like it or not. Not gonna lie, it looks pretty good. It seems interesting. You combo, you combo, you combo. In the midst of the combo, and depending on what the enemy does, you adapt what ultimate you need to counter them or to do the best damage.
Once the main damage dealer casts the ultimate, then you go back into recollecting the decibel points. It's
maybe even the supports can do that, and maybe there's a support that's gonna tell you that you get more decimal points now that you've ulted with them. So now you go to the combo again, you start bap, 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 you switch, get full decimal points. You pop your ult this time with your DPS because the support probably give them a debuff or buffed your DPS more. I'm pretty sure they can cook with this one. I'll let them cook. So support characters have useless ultimate animations. That's not what I believe, Tonke. That's literally what I just said. I knew someone was gonna think that. No, it's not. I do think supports are gonna have ultimates that encourage other ultimates from the DPS. Probably. That'll be my guess. It makes good sense in terms of game design, but we'll see. Ults will be situational. I disagree. I think ults is literally going to be what you circle your whole combos around. The whole point of your team is going to be about circling your rotations to ults, probably.
Now in this game, there's another resource to manage, and that's your energy bar. You can see the energy gauge is below your HP.
Yeah, okay, so there's points and there's energy bar. So I'm gonna assume this energy bar is for the enhanced skills you guys said, right?
And once it reaches a certain threshold, you'll be able to use an enhanced attack.
Okay, here we go.
That's right. And this enhanced heavy attack or special attack will have much higher multipliers and have additional effects. So managing your energy wisely is going to be the key when you're playing across various different characters, 3 per team. So making sure that you get the enhanced attack off and not just mindlessly spamming. And of course, in this game, there's also parrying as well. As you can see.
Okay, hold on. Let me understand this a little bit.
Is going to be the key when you're an enhanced attack. If you press your E, that's right, and this enhanced heavy attack or special attack will have much higher multipliers and have additional effects. So managing your energy wisely is going to be the key when you're playing across
okay, so I'm noticing when Billy is hitting, everybody's gaining some energy. Your on-field character is doing stuff. Do you get energy for other units? This is Nicole's bar.
Wisely is going to be the
see,
key
notice Nicole's bar. It seems to be moving. See that?
So making sure that you get
it seems to be growing
and not just
while Billy is attacking. Now, this energy is only for enhanced skills. So maybe every character, and it seems like every character can use an enhanced skill. So I do believe the energy system is for the enhanced skill, the one we're used to saying Genshin or Wuwa, etc., is going to be available for the enhanced skill. All right? But for ultimates is the new point system. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
And of course, in this game, there's also parrying as well. As you can see, there's the red as well as the
so there's parries. Okay, cool.
Coming out from enemies, and every time
perfect dodging, I think.
Press your space bar to do a special swap into parry attack. And this
wait, what?
Orange attack indicators coming out from enemies, and every time it happens, you can press your space bar to do a special swap into parry attack. And this is so fun. This is
okay, so you swap parry. You don't attack them, say, for example, in Withering Waves, where if you see an attack coming, you swing. You swap. And the swapped character does basically an intro skill in Wuwa terms that counters the opponent. More like intro parry. Yeah, there we go. Is there no normal parry? It doesn't seem like it.
ZZZ's combat unique because there's a couple of, I would say, millisecond window where you can do this, and not only do you have the option to parry swap, you can also dodge, right? You can also perfectly dodge it with your right click, which is more traditional in terms of action games
100%
or mobile games, but the swap is what makes it really awesome. But make sure that you keep track of your stacks because there are only six uses per swap parry. However, you have the ability to refill the swap parry chances when you're using your assist attacks or your ultimate. So keeping track of that is going to be very, very crucial.
It explains why the bar here has like limits. So I guess because your swaps are parries, they want you to be smart about when you switch and be prepared for when the enemy attacks. So I do feel like the space bar here is going to be pretty crucial in your gameplay. All right, here we go. Before we go further, let's see this one. Oh, my girl Ellen. Okay, so that's a swap pick. Oh shit! Wait! What's happening? Whoa! Calm down. Okay, so here it's about to attack. It's about to attack. He's in Ellen Joe. He switched to the furry. He parries. He parries again. He parries. Okay, so I do believe this is still one switch parry. I think this is still one switch parry because the monster isn't done attacking. So that's a tornado. I think you got it wrong there because the enemy here is using multiple attacks. It's a tornado. And now the furry guy is trapped in parry animation. So the parry animation will end only after the enemy is done with their full attack. So because this thing is a tornado and you can see it turning, he will keep parrying until the enemy is done with the tornado. Once done, the furry was finally free from the animation and you went back to attacking, which means it's still a swap parry. It's still a swap parry. They had you there, Jimmy. They had you there, and I can see why, but the devil is in the details. I don't think you can normal parry. I don't think you can. So the current character can't parry. Yeah, the only way for you to parry is probably gonna have to be the spacebar right here, and it explains why they gave you certain stacks. So you want to be smart in how you use this spacebar 100%. Keep an eye out on that, ladies and gentlemen.
And even melee characters and range characters have a different swap parry abilities. The range ones will keep some distance between the boss or the enemy, and then they'll actually sometimes jump backwards and then parry that. Whereas the close melee combat users with the swords and all their fancy weapons will parry and stop the attack sequence of the enemy, which is very, very different, but also very satisfying.
It is.
You can get this right. Now, when you're swapping characters, you can see that if you're using a special attack and the character lingers on swap, they will actually complete their attack patterns. So this
it's like Withering Waves when you switch from the Echo. Yeah, if you go for your E, you can immediately tag out and the character can still keep doing the animation. Kind of like your Echoes. Animation cancel? I guess so. So if I'm to go Encore, E, and I switch, you'll notice Encore was still on the field, and the best example is definitely her charged. Yeah, Encore is literally right there, boom, and she does her animation. So yeah, I do believe it's the same system as Withering Waves, and I do like it, to be completely honest. It does make it feel like the characters are all jumping the enemy rather like the Genshin, where the character only leaves certain things on the field before going. Like you never see two characters at the same time in the field, which kind of sucks in Genshin. But I always like that in Withering Waves, and seeing it here is actually good in my opinion.
Patterns. So this brings some very, very interesting gameplay, allowing multiple characters on the field at the same time. And last but certainly not least, look at the daze bar below the enemy's HP. Once it reaches the maximum level, and then you use your E, which is their special or heavy attack.
So it's the weakness break. You break their resistance, they stagger. Yeah, okay.
You will be able to daze the enemy and enter an assist attack or chain attack combo. This really, really cool.
I think these are pretty cool.
The entire team coming and
they just jump him. They're like, man, let's jump him.
And you will be able to dish out a huge amount of damage against the boss, and also using your ultimate during this time will deal even more additional damage. And honestly, this just makes the combat truly, truly unique, and what a satisfying way to bring your entire team into this. Now, it's not all just about brute forcing or breaking the enemy. There are also other important components to the combat, which I'll cover in probably a separate video, but just know that there are elements in the game. You can have shocks, you can have a
so electric deals electric and accumulates the electric attribute anomaly, which triggers the shock effect when enough is accumulated. Shock does being attacked Being attacked intermediately triggers additional electric damage. So it's kind of like DOT. Machine enemies are unable to move while shot. So the type of enemies matter. If it's machines, because they're being overcharged, they are unable to move while shocked. Yo, nice detail. Physical. Dealing physical damage to enemies accumulates the physical attributes anomaly, which triggers the assault effect when enough. Okay, assault. Interrupts the enemy, deals massive physical damage, increases the days. Oh, so like you stun them, they have like that star thingy. Ice probably freezes. Freeze. Prevents taking action for a certain period and triggers shatter at the end of the effect, dealing ice damage. Increases the crit damage taken by the target for a period of time. Why do I feel like fucking Freeze is gonna be carrying here? My notes, chat, my notes. Yo, they're going far and beyond with mechanics, not gonna lie. So far, I'm liking it. Fire deals damage and does burn. Deal continuous fire damage. Organic enemies are unable to move while burned. Organic and... Oh, shit. No, this is crazy, chat. So if a normal person, if you're organic, you are unable to move if you're burned. If you're a mechanic, if you're a machine, you're unable to move while shocked. That makes a lot of sense. You know what? That makes a lot of sense. Ether. Dealing ether and accumulates ether. I think ether is the element thing that basically makes the world of ZZZ, if I'm not mistaken. Corruption causes ether damage when attacked. Corrupted ethereal enemies will also attack both friend and foe. So it's confusion, like in Pokemon terms. Yeah, I do feel like Freeze just might be the best. Like, am I crazy? Burn cares that you're organic. Shock cares that you're a machine. Assault, I guess, is fine. Corruption is fine. But Freeze seems to be insanely powerful. Like, it prevents you from taking action for a certain period, triggers Shatter, and at the end of the effect deals ice damage. And not only that, it gives you Frostbite, which increases your crit damage. Like, it's crazy. I do feel like Ice just already is power creeping everything. My notes. Because of this. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Which tells me already, just by this, that the Shark Girl Ellen Joe is going to be pretty strong. Corruption is going to be crazy. If Corruption is going to allow multiple enemies to join you and attack their their teammates, yeah, I guess so. That you can watch mayhem, bro. You can literally watch mayhem.
Elemental advantages when you're fighting different bosses. But again, probably too in depth for this moment, and we'll cover it in a separate video. And I definitely want to mention this before we wrap up the combat section. Every single character has their unique and hidden combos. That's right, it's like those arcade games.
What? No, everybody has a unique combo. Are you kidding me? One of those.
If you manage to press them at the exact same sequence, every characters will be able to use their own special unique attacks.
Oh, we got some learning to do, bro. We got some learning to do. Okay, now I understand the Street Fighter collab thingy. We gotta start looking up each hidden combo and learn it. Okay.
Now you're hooked by the combat, so let's take a look at the gacha system. The first one is, of course, the rate up banner, and it's the limited character and the place where you should be spending your premium.
Oh, that's the... Okay, hold on.
So you can see we got 4 separate pools.
So this is the featured 4 stars, and this is the S rank, as in the 5-star. So our girl, the police girl, is 5-star deservedly. So Nicole is a 4-star is crazy to me. Jesus, Nicole should be here. Nicole should be here. My nuts, Chad, my nuts. How did you downplay Nicole like that? Like, bro, Nicole being a 4-star is still... I can't wrap my head around that for real.
Beginning, and the first one is, of course, the rate up banner, and it's the limited character and the place where you should be spending your premium currency. You also have the standard banner, and the cool thing about ZZZ standard banner is that your beginner's discount banner that guarantees an SSR in the beginning, discounted 20% off in 50. This is included in the standard banner and matters of
insane. So which means you can get 3 5-stars. What? So if you can reach soft pity by the 200 pulls they give you for free by playing the game and for free, you can get a free 3 5-stars. So 50, you get a 5-star. Then you still have 150 standard pulls which makes it, if you can get 2 on Soft Pity, that's 3 5-star characters from the standard banner. Because when I was looking at the spreadsheet, I didn't know this was a thing. This changes everything, dude. Holy shit.
Other hoyoverse games, for example, Honkai Star Rail, after 300 pulls, right, you will be able to basically select any one of the 5.
So you do have the classic Honkai Star Rail one, which after 300 pulls, you get a 5-star. I think it's whale bait at the start. A lot of players that did this at the start of Honkai Star Rail all regretted doing that. They all did. Did you guys spend all your currency to reach that 300 pulls? And then when you finally reached it, you got that Brawny or whatever the fuck, and then you're like, oh, actually, now that I've played for a year, I have that unit probably at E2 now. I would have gotten it anyway. I should have saved it and probably got more limited banner characters. It's like a little bit of a whale bait, in my opinion. You mean when you get an early, the banner will still be there? We don't know how things are going to go in the beginner banner, but if it's going to go in classic Hoyo stuff, what happens with beginner banners, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, what happens in Hoyo games, beginner banners, is you get a 5-star, but the banner doesn't disappear, but you are no longer guaranteed a 5-star at the end of the beginner banner, which means you can take advantage of the discount, but you're not guaranteed anymore 1 at 50. However, what's interesting here in Zenless Zone Zero, which fixes what happened with Honkai Star Rail, is that the pity you keep accumulating in the beginner banner keeps going in the standard banner stuff, even like the 300 thingy that they give you a free standard 5-star if you're choosing from. So in my opinion, the beginner banner here looks promising. It's good. It's a decent system. They cooked. It's good. And it's a perfect middle ground from Withering Waves and Honkai Star Rail, Genshin, etc. I do feel like.
And of course, you can pull on the engine, and the engines are the light cones or the weapons of this game. It's still a 75-25% versus, of course, the characters are going to be 50-50 in the initial 90 or 80 pulls, and then the weapons or the engines here are 75-25, but the rate are a bit higher in the ZZZ. It's 1% in comparison to the usual 0.6 or 0.8%. We've also gotten a improved system where you obtain these currencies that can be exchanged after you
it's like Masterless Glitter and stuff.
Pulls, okay, and the best part about this currency
is
that the exchange for the limited rate-up tickets, it's unlimited in the sense that you can exchange as many as you want, and the first 5 each month will be discounted at 50% off. But moving forward, there's no cap. I know in other games that we have played, of course, there is a cap on that, but there is no cap here. So the gacha system is very, very friendly in.
Wait, what? This is a resource you will get each pull. Even if you get 3 stars, you get this currency. And contrary to, say, for example, Withering Waves, where if you go to item exchange, this thing has this resource to be able to get this, but this blue resource can't get you limited pulls until like it's the first of each patch or each month, etc., depending on your game. Well, in Zenless Zone Zero, you can use one currency. These two are basically merged into one currency, and that one currency can always be used for this, which means even your 3-star pulls can do this. Now we need to see how many you get per 3 stars, and I agree. That's going to be now the question. The question is, how much do you get? If it's friendly enough, bro, people are going to be pulling.
Now, we have also got the bamboo in the gacha system as well. And this is really unique because in the live stream, they have said that this is a free currency that you cannot really whale for. Well, technically it could. The monthly pass will give you 8, I believe, 8 extra pulls. But besides that, every single free-to-play player will have the same exact currency income of bamboos in comparison to the whales. And they have changed the system now. You can no longer get 50-50 or 75-25 25 for the bamboos. The one that you
100.
select as your targeted pull will be the one you receive every time you pull the highest ranking bamboo, which is great because we only get a certain amount of pulls every single event or release of the game. So later on, you are going to be RNG gated because you can have bamboos that actually do come and help you in combat be gated by your luck. So the whales technically can get beaten out by the free-to-play players that just pull their high rank bamboos left and right. So this is going to be a
I'm confused. Let me hear that again.
Highest ranking bamboo, which is great bamboos in comparison to the whales. And they have changed the system now. You can no longer get 50-50 or 75-25 for the bamboos. The one that you select as your targeted pull will be the one you receive every time you pull the highest ranking bamboo, which is great because we only get a certain amount of pulls every single event or release of the game. So later on, you are going to be RNG gated because you can have bamboos that actually do come and help you in combat be gated by your luck. So the whales technically can get beaten out by the free-to-play players that
we get to beat the whales. Fuck yeah. I should be the only motherfucker getting praise because I don't spend money. The flexing in ZZZ is gonna be insane. Yeah, free-to-players are gonna conquer, bro. The amount of screenshots we're gonna be seeing in this game is gonna be literal insanity, dude.
every single event or release of the game. So later on, you are going to be RNG gated because you can have bamboos that actually do come and help you in combat be gated by your luck. So the whales technically can get beaten out by the free-to-play players that just pull their high rank bamboos left and right. So this is going to be a very, very interesting part.
Okay, so it's like there's ranks to these things. You can guarantee one, but like you can always get others, I think is what he's trying to say. It's like if you can farm a lot of high ranking bamboos. So yeah, I guess we gotta be lucky on this one.
But how do you actually upgrade your proxies or characters? Well, as you can see in game, the VR station is your one-stop shop. It has all of the stages where you can farm the materials needed to upgrade.
So this is okay.
Whether it be increasing.
This is the resin / stamina stuff.
Characters or upgrading the skill levels. It's all there. And yes, there is an equipment feature as well. The RNG will never escape us, and you'll be able to farm them for the end game. And
especially Hoyo.
Stages can only be farmed 3 times a week, but of course the rest you can just farm, and this is where
classic
stamina in the beginning. And we've got the passives as well for each character alongside all of their skills upgrade.
Classic.
And the A, B, C, D, E, F is basically the dupe upgrades, unlocking various powerful abilities. And the passives are behind certain levels, so make sure that you reach there before you are unlocking these passives, because it will be gated. And
wait, what?
And the passives are behind certain levels, so make sure that you reach there before you are unlocking these passives, because it will be gated.
Yeah, okay, so classic.
Of course, later on, you will be able to unlock more difficulties and more upgrades, but you have to complete various other game modes in order to unlock these material stages.
Classic.
So I'll talk about the other game modes as well in the later chapter. ZZZ has a really cool customization function where you can actually choose what materials are being dropped, and you can see here that we get to see 5 cards and the drops associated with the cards or enemies, but you can mix and match. That's right, the game gives you the freedom to allow to choose your own enemies and their associated drops, and you can change the stage and your stamina consumption based on that, which is really cool, because a lot of times in games we have to travel across different dungeons from different drops, but in this game we get to pick.
Oh,
it's so fun.
That's not bad.
Your own enemies, and then you get to see.
Wait, I get you. Okay, wait, what? I guess you can either make it hard or easier. I guess you don't have to deal with fucking annoying monsters if you don't choose to, which is good. If you guys remember in Genshin, there's this domain that has all a bunch of cryo shields, and if you don't have a pyro unit, like they're so annoying to break. Like, there's so many shields. Oh, there's also this domain that has 3 abyss mages that have all different types of shields. Those are so annoying to break. I don't have to pick to fight those. I get to choose who I fight. Noblesse, was that Noblesse? Yeah, that was so bad. This is pretty cool. You basically can pick all your mass and just farm it all at once. This is insane. This is awesome. This is so awesome. Do we have autoplay? Please, Prage. Prage autoplay. Prage.
And I've always said in these type of games, especially in the beginning, getting the level upgraded as well as the skill levels and the passives unlocked are going to be what makes your character super strong in the beginning.
Yeah, classic.
However, as you transition into the late game, that's right, the RNG equipment farm is definitely there. And of course, if you play other hoyoverse games, this is not new to you.
Classic.
The RNGs involved with regards to the main stat, the substats, it's all there. However, in terms of ZZZ, it is slightly improved in the sense that there's no inner or outer two-piece. It's all in a 6-piece setup, and you can mix and match because every single type of gear will have a 2-piece bonus and a 4-piece bonus. So a lot of time.
Excuse me, we can go 3? Yeah, it's not, there's no inner or outer 2-piece like Star Rail. It's all the same shit. So say for example, I have Musketeer, I can run 2 Musketeer, 2 Ice, and 2 Break Effect set. I can do that. Or I can run a 4-piece and a 2-piece set. But I'm still farming the same shit. This is flexible as fuck. It's HSR but flexible. Yeah, bro, this is insane. This is gonna make farming for gear a lot simpler. This is amazing. Yes.
Here in ZZZ, you will be able to dismantle your unused gears or even upgraded gears into materials and EXP that you can use for the characters. And after
so they brought that from Star Rail.
These mats to fuse together to get other gears as well. So it greatly improves.
Can I get booze? In interview, devs said there's no autoplay on release, but devs will look if people want one and might add it later. If they're gonna add autoplay, I'm in with this game 1 gajillion %. Make it happen. Just make it happen.
The outcome and the lessons, the burden, the grind, and hopefully you'll be able to get a usable set much earlier in order to push through the progression. But honestly, don't worry about min-maxing. For example, I played Honkai Star Rail, and yeah, sure, I min-maxed in the beginning, but looking back now and looking into my
it was a mistake
right now, these gear didn't really matter. So make sure that you don't spend too much time and too much energy focused on this. Just progress through the game naturally, and getting the level upgraded and getting all of these passives and skill upgrades done is the most crucial component. So accessing the various game modes in ZZZ is actually very easy. Just go to your PC. And no, I don't mean your own computer, but rather the computer in the game for your character. As you can see, you can go through the story right from that interface. And they even have the ability to enter easy mode for the story and give you characters that you can use. And you can skip everything. That's right. I know, crazy, right? You can skip all of the dialogue and cutscenes and come back in the story too, archive section, and revisit them.
So is it even in the story?
It's really cool. And we've got other game modes such as the Rally Commission, which is I mean, it's just a game mode that gives you tons of resources. In the previous CBT test, it wasn't anything too crazy. There are challenges that you can do. As you can see, you get some resources for upgrading characters. You even get your Boopons for pulling them.
Yeah, I've seen it.
So every week you can go do that. But the 2 main end game modes are going to be the Hollow Zero and the Shuyu Defense. And in my honest opinion, that is going to be basically the challenge for you to do at the very end. And the Hollow Zero one is a roguelike game mode that puts you through various stages.
Yeah, similar to the universe.
Gotten monthly or weekly quests that you
here we go, weekly.
You can also unlock different upgrades as you push through the various aspects of the content. And these upgrades are going to be lasting every single time you enter a new Hollow Zero combat or entrance, and that will allow you to push further. Now, looking at the Shuyu defense, this is your challenge, endgame challenge. You can see there are 10 stages across 4 major maps basically, and you're going to require 2 teams at the end to push against different bosses. This is your memory chaos.
Okay, so yeah, this is it. Yeah,
Star Rail like I have. So
this is the endgame one.
The income from these are decent, but should no way affect your way of playing the game long term, because if you are
genuinely, even in my Withering Waves account, I still didn't tackle the fucking Tower of Adversity stuff. I'm not gonna stress it. Like, I'm fine. Take your time. Always take your time. That's how they get you. You don't have to be the first one to clear it. You're not gonna get pussy if you clear it early. Just okay, whenever. Just work on your account.
Like 1 or 2 pulls at max, so don't stress too much about it at all. And there you have it. Hopefully if you enjoyed this video as we covered the combat system, the gacha system, and the various game
We appreciate you. Thank you, man.
of ZZZ. And
What do you guys think? Do you think Zenless Zone Zero is looking to be a big game that we're all going to be playing for the foreseeable future? Or do you think it's going to be like a little thing that we can play with for a little while and then drop it like it's hot, or drop it while it's hot or something like that? In my opinion, I do feel like the gacha system is looking very friendly. I do feel like the combat is interesting enough for us to try it out. There's depth to it, which means you are kind of rewarded for having more skill, especially with the hidden combos. I'm very intrigued in Googling the hidden combos and learn them and get used to them in every unit I want to use. I do feel like it brings a lot of depth, and you gotta like really train yourself in how to use units in Zenless Zone Zero, which is something I'm really appreciate. There's talks that they might add autoplay and stuff like that later if we want them. I'm pretty sure we will eventually, as we keep toggling and navigating all these gacha games and switching from one to another. It's going to be very important. I do feel like that's what's ultimately keeping Honkai Star Rail very strong. There's no burnout from Honkai Star because simply you don't do much. If you just log in, autoplay, and you log out, it's that simple. You typically alt tab. You don't even have to watch the gameplay. You just alt tab from HSR, which is freaking fantastic. Like, and you are focused when there's actual content to do. It's great. It's good, clean gacha stuff that I, for one, can appreciate. Contrary to certain Genshin Impact games where they need all this focus and stuff. For now, Wuthering Waves is still kind of new, so that's why a lot of people aren't complaining about that. But eventually, I'm pretty sure we might have similar complaints down the road, 100%. But Zenless Zone Zero seems to be pretty responsive. I do feel like we're in good hands, just like HSR. And I personally can't wait to try it out. Ellen Jo, Nicole, Grace, looking fantastic. I'm gonna be definitely trying out this game. Like, comment, subscribe as always. We'll see you on the next one. See you.